Hello everybody, my name is Bunny and I'm playing Minecraft Hardcraft, also known as Minecraft Hardcore. And today we're gonna do some building because since the game has updated to 1.21, we have a bunch of new blocks to play with. We have already played a little bit with the new tough bricks, but there are a bunch of new copper blocks that are super cool. And I would like to build some bridges with said copper blocks. So we need to go first, acquire some copper. Second, get some of that copper aged into a nice green color. We will also need to acquire some bees so we can wax our copper the color we like. And yeah, get building. So follow me and let's go get some copper to play with. So in between episodes, I started a little strip mining just to get resources like copper. That way I don't need to necessarily go mining to get stuff that is pretty abundant in the game. So here's my little hole in the wall. I haven't fully decorated it yet, but I have a bunch of raw copper that I haven't gotten around to smelting. Let's put some copper in there because we have a bunch. We're gonna actually maybe need another furnace. Let's do that. Let's get another furnace because this is gonna be a lot of copper that we need and we need to go as fast as we can. In the meantime, I'm gonna turn these melted ores that I already have into copper blocks. There we go, 14 copper blocks. Wow, that's so cute. The copper grate. I think I'm going to be using that a lot because, let me show you. You can see through this and it would be really cool to build like the base of a bridge in a way that you can see underneath. So I'm definitely going to be using the copper grate quite a bit. Blast furnace. So now we can hurry along. We're going to need more coal as well. So let me go down into my strip mine and see if we can find coal. I know that there's more cave behind here because I clearly covered it. Let's see if there's anything this way. Of course, my inventory is an absolute mess at the moment. And we have silk touch now, so we're gonna need to de-silk touch all this later. Wow. I had not used my might sword on a dead mob, like the zombies. So I didn't know it was quite strong. So it's gonna be very useful for caving. Because mostly we have zombies and skeletons to worry about. So copper is extremely abundant in Minecraft. And that's what makes it really cool that they've added all these new blocks. Because otherwise you were like accumulating copper and there were a few things you could do with it. But I find that all the new stuff they've added really makes copper very interesting material to use. Especially because it comes in this variety of colors, depending on how you age it. So I'm gonna be doing this for a bit, but hopefully the building part is gonna be fun. The one problem with copper obviously is that it takes a bit of work. It's not a ready-to-use block. You need to smelt it, then you need to age it so it looks the way you want. So it takes a bit of work, but hopefully it'll be worth it. So look at this, it's insane. Like at which height are we? 24? The cave is basically copper everywhere. So it's not a difficult resource to get, that's for sure. I'm just gonna go around and dropping copper blocks like this. They need to be separate from each other to age faster. If you put them one next to the other, they'll age slower. So you do want to space your copper. I don't know what the exact, like the perfect separation ratio is. We're just gonna kind of pepper our whole valley full of copper for now. I want to have it on all three variations, kind of fully aged, halfway there, and then new copper. I'm gonna combine all three colors. So let's go to our unsmelted ores. And what we're gonna do is this. We're almost through the stack. We got, wow, 2 stacks and a third of coal. So that wasn't bad at all. So we're gonna put a whole stack in here, a whole stack in that one. Let's grab some of this copper that is in ore form. And while that's happening, I'm just gonna turn some of this copper into ores as well. So I'm gonna be standing here for a bit doing this. Not super fun. I don't even know if you need to fortune copper. There's so much copper in one block of copper ore. I already have a whole stack and I bet I have 2 stacks by now. So let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 extra ores. And that wasn't even a full stack of copper ore. No, even more. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have a bit more. So we have copper up the proverbial wazoo. Lordy lord. We're gonna be smelting copper until the cows come home. This is also gonna be a great source of XP for this copper smelting. And as I get copper, I'm gonna be turning into blocks. And then putting the blocks outside so that they start aging. Yeah, as I said, it's a bit of a repetitive task maybe, but it's okay. And let's go place some copper around. And while all this copper is melting, we need to get on with the second part of our tasks for today, which probably you've guessed since we're working with copper what it's gonna be. We need to get ourselves some bees because we're gonna need wax. Oh, it's already aging. Look at that. So I don't know how much I like this intermediate color, but I think I'm gonna play with it a little bit. Come on, bees. You're the bee's knees. I know I've seen a lot of bees around, so it's just a matter of finding where they are. We could also grab some flowers. Oh, look! A nether portal. Hi. We haven't gone to the nether yet. Actually, I'm gonna leave it as is. This is probably for a next episode. I'm gonna build my own nether portal, but cool that there is one here. So I'm just gonna do this, my usual shenanigans. Take a screenshot so we can come back to it later on if we want to. But the nether, probably next episode, is our nether episode, because we are starting to need some of the resources that are only obtainable in the nether. I'm gonna put that there. Yes, there are bees inside. It sounds like bees work. Let's go do some terrain inspections because I want to build bridges, basically connecting my base over here to the mountain range that starts over there. So once we get up here, the terrain goes, it's basically mountains. So it goes down very abruptly and then up very abruptly. And it's very hard to ride a horse. And I would really like to have the possibility of riding a large part of this valley by horse. So kind of we would need maybe a bridge connecting this part to that little mountain there. And that way we can go that way. So one thing we could do is build our base out of stone. Just build with cobblestone from here to there. And then replace the blocks with copper. So we make our raw design with cobblestone. I am not planning this. I haven't tried it on creative. I'm just spitballing here. So we wanted to make it 4 across. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's nice and wide. I'm just gonna start placing cobblestone like this. And then we can design the bridge as we go. So now the big boring cobblestone stretch is finished. And of course this bridge makes no sense because this has no way of existing in real life. And I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do this. So I'm just gonna go I'm just gonna wing it as we've been winging everything so far. But we're gonna need a hecton. And that is an actual unit of measurement of material. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to collect all the copper I can, and then we'll be back and we'll continue constructing this behemoth. So we're going to need to get a lot of raw copper and aged copper. So all the colors. Okay, we are back. And now we're just gonna add the finishing touches to our bridge. And before we do that, we're gonna collect all this copper laying around because I have way too much and I don't need as much. So let's go and do some cleaning, shall we? We're gonna have a lot of copper left over, but that's fine. We'll find a use for that sometime in the future once I rehab from all this copper. I can't stand it anymore. If I don't see copper again for, I don't know, 300 years, I'll be happy. This has been... I mean, it was borderline claiming my sanity at some point. I was like, should I just TNT the whole bridge and abandon this project? And I was very close to just TNTing the whole thing and forgetting about it. But I pushed through the madness of the copper and the bridge is almost done. And it's actually looking not half bad. I don't think I've ever built something that big that required that much material and that much of a very specific material that requires a lot of work. Is that it? Did we get all the copper? Ooh, that feels nice. We finally have a field, not a copper aging facility. I need to cut a little bit more oxidized copper because I need, I think, 64 stairs. But I think that's all I need if I do it carefully. Let's go add those last details. Come on, horse. Oh no, there's more copper here. So the last details that I want to add are these kind of details I made around this column, which I made with stairs. So I need to add it to all the main columns, which means I have to do 5 more columns, I think. And I've totally given up on using scaffolding. And back to the good old dirt method. I just want to make sure that I'm putting the stairs in the right spot, which is kind of there, I think, right? And this one is the one that is a bit finagly. So I need to get closer to the... there, so it creates the nice angled one. Same on this side. Just get a bit closer. Maybe like so. There. And now we do the same but backwards. There we go. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna age a few of these ones so it's not that even. And I'm gonna wax those that I've aged a bit. Maybe we could, like, since we're here, age a bit over there as well. So I've put these trapdoors. I'm waiting for them to oxidize just to give the bridge a bit more texture. I'm not 100% sold on how it looks. Maybe it needs more trapdoors. But we'll see. So let's go get the last detail. And we're gonna be able to inaugurate the bridge officially. I do like the noise it makes. Tick, 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 tick. Hi, Bruce. I'm sorry you haven't been able to come in the adventure today, but there was a lot of climbing and you could have hurt yourself. So just need the wax chiseled copper. So here we go, the last details that I had forgotten about. I need to go under the bridge now, see if I can do that. There we go. So we need to take this one off. There. Now it's coherent. Cohesive. Hey! Horse, come! Since you are a horse with no name 2 electric boogaloo, you should be here for the outro. There we go. Look at that. There's a bridge. Not everything's fully oxidized as it should, but it will be soon done. And yeah, this was a journey. This bridge almost cost us our sanity, but we made it. Yay! So I'll see you guys for the next episode where we're gonna go to the nether, because we need a lot of nether resources now that we are approaching, I would say, mid-game. So that's for next episode. And remember to stay hydrated. Bye bye!